You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're being weakened by design. Now let me set the record straight. They don't need to chain you up by design anymore. All they need to do is give you a screen, some processed food, and a few rules disguised as health advice. And before you know it, you've traded your power for convenience. Let's break it down and start with something recent. In 2024, President Joe Biden was cleared with a clean health bill. But then over a year later, being now, quite recently, boom. Stage 4, widely metastatic prostate cancer. Now, according to Peter McCullough, an absolute amazing human being, one of the leading voices in actual independent research and thinking, he says that this meets every single marker of turbo cancer. And what's that mean? It's cancer on overdrive. And it's happening more often since 2021. Why? Well, Joe Biden had 6 COVID-19 vaccine shots. 6. There's a study out in Japan that showed people that took 3 or more COVID shots that had a 300% higher risk of death and a 50% shorter survival window. It's absolutely insane, and when you start to see the dots connect like that, it really opens your eyes. It's not a coincidence, there's a pattern to all of this, and no one in power wants to talk about it. But here's the thing, this whole dynamic isn't new. In ancient Greek, slaves weren't allowed to exercise. Why? Because strong bodies fight back. In the Ottoman Empire, coffee was banned. They knew it sharpened the mind, so they took it away. Roman gladiators, the strongest fighters, they were fed barley and beans to bulk them up, to keep them big and slow. They weren't built to win, they were built to perform. And Spartan slaves, they were deliberately underfed and worked to the bone, so they could never rise. Even in feudal Europe, peasants got oats and stale bread. Nobles, well, they feasted on red meat, organs, and things that gave them great vitality. They controlled the people, but not through violence, but through energy and food and culture. Is that sounding familiar to today's age? Think about it. It's the same game today, just better marketing and an online age. It's insane to think about. They tell you red meat is bad for you, that the sun is dangerous, that you should fear cholesterol and eggs, that you're healthier if you eat soy, seed oils, and lab-grown meat. They want you tired, they want you slow, they want you controlled. They want you distracted, they want you watching all your bits of streaming platforms. Getting hyped over things that don't actually change your life for the better. And while your health declines and your wallet is emptied to zero, they'll keep you sedated by comfort. And that's the game they play. Control no longer needs violence. It just needs comfort. And that's the biggest killer of today's age. Giving people food that tastes so good but destroys your testosterone. Entertainment that feels so good but numbs your ambition. Medicine that treats your symptoms but never the root cause. And then suddenly people don't revolt. Are you catching on now? They scroll, they don't train, they comply. They don't live, they survive. You need to understand this. Controlling a population starts with the food and ends with the mind. If you're feeling foggy, weak, bloated, passive, hopeless, that is not particularly a personal failure. It's a side effect of the system you're stuck in, and it's on you to break the chain. Get strong, start training, and eat real food. Think for yourself. Train like your freedom depends on it, because it actually does. And what if more of us saw through this, right? What if we started living differently? Lifting, eating real food, turning off the noise, rejecting fake pleasure. You don't need millions to revolt, and that's what they're scared of. You just need enough men who are awake, strong, and unafraid. This has been done before, just like we talked about. Rome, Greece, the Ottoman Empire, feudal Europe. Empires fall just the same way they rise, by controlling the masses. So next time they say it's for your health, ask whose health. your health or the people who are making the rules. Don't be a gladiator for their show. Be a warrior for your own life. Take control of your future. It's so very important.